So we are continuing focusing on enhancing your skills as a leader. And one of those areas that we had touched on before is that as a leader, awareness becomes a very, very important aspect of growing as a leader. So we are going to be diving into the laws of leadership, and we're going to be touching on two of those laws during this particular broadcast. Now, it is important for us as leaders to keep feeding ourselves with information because one of the first laws of leadership we're going to be touching on is the law of the lid. Now, this is from John Maxwell's book on the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. The law of the lid indicates that your leadership ability can be very similar to that of a lid. And the more you have the ability to lead, the more you invest in growing yourself, the more effective you can become as a leader. If within that organization, within that group, you are the person who is the smartest, you're the person that can get everything done perfectly, then you might be the limitation of that organization, that company, etc., growing. So, as a leader, it is important to surround yourself with persons who are fantastic. They're experts in other areas that you may not be expert in, so that the potential of the team can be magnified versus just being limited by your capacity as the leader. So I would encourage you as a leader, a current leader, as a potential leader, to really sit down and do some introspection, do an analysis of your current situation to determine if you are the lid on the team reaching its fullest potential. So it is important for us to really consider looking at our competencies and the ability to really lead, as this can make the impact of our teams, more tremendous than what we probably even envision. And as a leader, you don't want your ability, your appetite for growth to be stagnated at any point in time. When that stagnation actually occurs, again, you are creating the proverbial lid on the team's ability to actually innovate and to grow beyond what it can currently get done. One of the avenues, and Dr. Dorga just gave you information on the Her Venture app. As a leader, that is also an avenue that you can use to enhance and improve your skill set. While the app is named Her Venture, it does not stop you as a male, if you're a male leader, from downloading and having yourself apprised of the contents of the app so that you can continue to invest in yourself. Of course, for all of our female leaders out there, entrepreneurs, I would encourage you to download the app and increase your ability to lead your team by feeding yourself with more information. Law number two talks about the law of influence. And John Maxwell puts this very nicely and candidly, when he says that the true measure of leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. It is important to keep in mind that we are role models, whether direct or indirect, whether the person will indicate it to us or not. We are role models for the persons around us, especially the persons that we are leading directly. So we really have to be mindful to consider our influence on their lives, our influence on their actions, our influence on their thinking. So, influence in itself, when you are a leader, it helps the group, it helps the team to reach their full potential, to realize their dreams and their goals. And it is important for us as a leader that if influence is lacking in any way, shape, and or form, this means that we're running out of ammunition. Like if we're going into battle, run out of ammunition to help drive the team towards the success that it can actually achieve. So, as a leader, one of the big questions you should ask yourself: one, are you influential? That's important. And I'm going to throw a bonus question in there: who are you influencing and how? So, you can do this as a simple exercise for yourself so that you can really determine your influence on the person